This is a perfect example of NFL thinking in a nutshell. Players can go engage in a full contact game and do it safely. However, it is deemed unsafe for them to exchange jerseys after said game. Perk, do you think Sherman has a point here?
I'm sorry, Charlie, I couldn't hear you. Who are you directing that toward?
Perk, I asked if Sherman has a point here.
Yeah, yes, he has a point. Listen, this is Roger Goodell being Roger Goodell, and this is why the NFL is under poor leadership, and I expect nothing less. What are we talking about right now? This is a fake effort to address the COVID-19, in my opinion. We're talking about a jersey swap? A jersey swap at the end of the game when you're talking about guys are going to be face-to-face, contact-to-contact, tackling each other, grabbing each other, all the above, and we're talking about after a game to not jersey swap. What sense does this make? Listen, you don't have to be intelligent or have a degree. This is all team common sense right here. This makes no sense at all. I'm completely with Richard Sherman. This is something like they have bigger issues that they need to be addressing more so than talking about a jersey swap. This is just ridiculous to me. I see why the NFL was trying to steal Adam Silver from us, but he's not going anywhere.
Well, you're certainly right. Adam Silver is a much better commissioner than Roger Goodell. And I frequently agree with Richard Sherman, and I frequently disagree with him because he is not scared to opine about a number of issues publicly. And I think that his position's usually well thought out, but here I disagree with both of you. Look, let's make an analogy here, all right? This is just an analogy. When we say, like, there are essential workers in our economy, right? They have to take some risks. That does not mean that other people should be taking those same risks just because the essential workers are taking the risks. Because we're trying to lower risk, to flatten and then crush the curve. The curve is spiking, right? 60,000 new cases a day now, just about, in this country. Not around the world, just in this country because of how poorly we've handled it. So I've heard arguments like, well, if essential workers, if you're getting a package from Amazon, what's the difference between, no, there's a big difference. Yes, in order to get food, you may have to get a package, right, delivered if you can afford it and you're in an area that can do it, and then you take it, you take it out and you throw it away, and then you go wash your hands and try to sterilize the area. Yes, there's a way to proceed where you do that. Yes. That does not mean just because that's necessary and essential, you then unnecessarily do something, even if it would feel good to do it. So in this analogy, playing football is the essential part. If you want football, you could argue, no, it's not, we shouldn't play it. Okay, that's an argument. But if you think you can pull off football, then they're going to have to tackle each other. They're going to have to be in close proximity that way, because that's essential to playing football. Swapping jerseys is not. It's just not. So you try to limit as much as possible physical exchanges. And even if it seems like a minor thing, Perk, if there are 10 different things like jersey swaps, it adds up. The issue is not as much player safety, I believe, as people are making it out. It is also that. It's you don't want to spread the virus. You don't want the players going home to their families, spreading the virus societally. And so if you don't need to do something, don't do it.
So, Max, I'm so confused. I didn't get your analogy. I didn't understand nothing you just said, really, but to be honest, because if you're sitting up here telling me that guys could go out there and tackle each other and block and hand check and be face-to-face, helmet to helmet, jerseys falling on jerseys, guys wrapping guys up to bringing them down, and you telling me that after the game they can't swap jerseys, that's going to help prevent that they need to make sure we take, I don't get it. I'm not understanding.
In some very minor way, yes.
Clear to me, because
I'll explain it again. Here, let me. I'll cut out the preamble. I'll cut out the preamble and explain it again. Is tackling and all the stuff you just mentioned necessary to play football? Can you play football without tackling in the NFL?
Yes. No.
You have to tackle in the NFL to play, can't. Right? Right. Okay, good. Is swapping jerseys necessary to football? What people don't understand is even if it's marginal, and you're probably right, you're probably right about the practical effect, Probably, if you're already tackling guys, swapping jerseys probably isn't a big deal. But there are a million little things like that that people have to take into consideration. Do whatever you have to do. Anything past that, don't do it. Even if it feels like it's harmless, just don't do it. And I'm sorry to say, swapping jerseys is not essential to playing football.
Okay, well, just don't play then. Just don't play then, because it don't make sense.
If you're going to sit up here and tell me that
guys are going to be... No, but I'm just saying, that's what I'm trying to figure out from the commissioner in the NFL. Like, Max, it just don't make sense, man. Like, this is all first team, all common sense. If you got common sense, you know guys are going to tackle, guys are going to be hands-on, face-to-face, and I just don't get it. You saying guys, for guys not to exchange jerseys after the game, I don't get it. I'm sorry. And I'm standing by that. I'm with
the jersey exchange.
I do. I understand what you're saying. You're saying likely there's already transmission of the disease if it's present because of the nature of the sport. Likely you're right, but not necessarily. So don't do anything unnecessary that may transmit the disease, even if it seems like that's redundant. It's probably already transmitted. Swapping jerseys falls into that category. Everyone has to get used to that new reality and be as strict as possible about it if you want to play football. Which I doubt they'll be able to pull off, by the way.
So the jersey swapping is just one minor component of a bigger rule, and that is that the players and the teams can't have any post-game interactions at all within 6 feet of each other. So that's just one minor detail that goes along with the bigger rule.
I mean, it's just crazy.
So no fun after the games.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.